there's breaking news coming in at this hour. There seems to be information of the first US, Ukraine and Russia trilateral which is to be held today. Now this is a big trilateral which is scheduled for today. What's important to understand is that the UAE will host a crucial two-day trilateral. Well, this is a big announcement coming in after the US President Donald Trump and the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's meet. What's important to note here is that this is a big trilateral today which will be held between US, Ukraine and Russia. Let's also listen into the reactions coming in on this.
The trilateral that the US, Russia and Ukraine are having in Abu Dhabi this weekend leads to a trilateral between you, Putin and Zelensky?
Look, it's all good. Anytime we meet, it's good. If you don't meet, nothing's going to happen. I mean, for the first 3 years, nobody met. Under Biden, nobody met. And you know one thing, if you don't meet, nothing's going to happen. So we are meeting and we'll see what happens. I hope we can save a lot of lives. And so, you know, it's funny, I put out a 35-year war in a day, a 32-year war in 2 days. In other wars, the worst was like 4 days. And this one goes on and on forever. And actually, they may have been more complex. What's happened here is there were times when Putin didn't want to make a deal, times when Zelensky didn't want to make a deal, and it was like opposite times. Now I think they both want to make a deal, but we'll find out.
Well, on this, my colleague Vishal Vivek joining us on the broadcast. Vishal, there's important information of there being a trilateral today between the US, Ukraine as well as Russia. Of course, the US President Donald Trump, there we heard what he said, and of course we know that he loves being peacemaker. Walk us through the details. What exactly do we know about this meeting?
Well, the overall structure or the details of the meet are yet to emerge, but we've known that this meeting is rare because the trilateral meet that they had been trying to, start that never materialized, and this is the first time all the three sides will be meeting, will be on the same table. So it will be big, it will be huge, but as I mentioned, what will emerge out of the meeting, that is, let's not be too positive about it because we've had several meetings on both the sides. Russia and Ukraine have had separate meetings from the US. Nothing really materialized, and there have been some really big sticking points. The biggest one is whether Ukraine will hand over territory to Russia, because Ukraine controls about 80% of its own country, Russia controls 20% of Ukraine. So whether Ukraine is ready to relent on some of the biggest sticking points, Donbas in particular is a region where the Russian side has its eye on, and so that will be the biggest contention point, and the US will definitely play a huge role in this negotiation.